Good day, folks. This is Greg Judy at Green Pastures Farm. Today, Ike and Jackson and I are building a fence over on this. This is the farm that Johnny cleaned up, and we got a rock skirt over there. Jackson's actually putting in the drinking skirt right now, the wire, keep the cattle on the rock and out of the pond. And there's about 10 acres in here. It's turned out to be, it's getting there. It was bare dirt and brush and junk, just a ton of junk in here. We finally got rid of all the junk. So what we got here is a corner post. This is a sucker rod, and this is a gravel road. So we're just running 2 high tensile wires here. The animals are not in here over 8 hours, so we're not worried about a lot of pressure. But we are going to put a gate, and this is what we call the Old Ironside. Okay, and the reason I like these, you can run over them with a truck. Tractor, 4-wheeler, you're not going to break them. They got a nice solid rubber handle on them, and they're just a heck of a good handle. I mean, super nice. I'm going to stop talking until this car goes by. Anyway, we got our rope. This is our rope that we get from Powerflex, and I got this handle from Powerflex too. And what I like about it, not only can you run over, but look at this. It's got a spring in there. I mean, it's a heavy duty spring. That's how you get your gate open. So Ike's assisting me here. What I've done here is I dead-ended on my sucker rod. This is a fiberglass sucker rod. The rest of it's all timeless. These are 4-footers. And the reason I use 4-footers is we're only running 2 wires. If I'd have been running 4 wires, I'd have used a 5-foot, heavier, thicker post. But I just terminated here. I took my high tensile wire, I went around the post, and I clipped it. I put a clip in here. So this is where we unhook from. And so Ike, if you want to go ahead and tie this on for us, he's going to show you how we tie it on this end right here. So he's pulling it up tight, and he's got that spring over there in that handle. Okay, so you can get his tightness. He's going to go around it 3 times. There he goes. Maybe 4. You can get 4 out of that if you want. You got enough rope. There you go.
I think so.
Now he's going to tie a slip knot in there so we can get it undone.
I might as well do 2. We got plenty of rope.
You got plenty of rope, yep. Matter of fact, you could take up all that rope if you keep going. That's never going to come undone. There you go. Okay, he's got that one tied, and now he's ready to do the second one. This one, I'll put you in up here, Ike. Okay, now the way I did this, folks, there you go, you're good, is I made it so when you open these up, it's cold. So this is only carrying power another 200 yards. And so I don't normally use my gates to carry power, but in this instance I'm going to. Got a dang Harley coming down the road.
This thing's turned into the expressway since they closed.
That's a Harley.
Yeah.
He doesn't have a helmet on either. Missouri just passed that law. Out for the deer. Anyway, they've got the bridge out up there. That's how we're getting all this traffic. They've got the road closed up there. Okay, so Ike, there you go. That's a wrap. What do you think about them gates, Ike? Are they hard to put in?
No, they're a breeze, and this stuff is so much more, in my opinion, just as visible as the tape, poly tape, but because of all those extra filaments in there, it carries such a stronger pop to it.
Yeah.
It's stronger, and like you mentioned earlier, you can, if you have to, you can run over it with your ATV or heck, even a truck. I mean, you don't want to make a habit out of it.
Right.
But yeah, they're super visible. They carry a great shock and no kinks, unlike your high tensile. You can take these, and if you're in a hurry or you got animals behind, just
throw it on the ground.
Yep.
Yep.
Never worried about a kink in them. So I love this stuff.
And you notice when I put them on, when you open the gate, they're cold.
Yep.
So they're not going to be popping when you throw them on the ground.
Yep. which is even better. Because sometimes too, if you got, I mean, we wouldn't be letting animals out here, but
Right.
if you've got a division with these ropes, they'll get scared of that popping sometimes if it's hot. You throw it on the ground,
Yep.
it makes them hesitate a little bit to
Yep.
go through the gate.
They're not going to go through it.
Yep. That's a great feature. But it's a great product.
Yeah. You whipped that out pretty darn quick. Another thing I did right here, this particular piece of rope was short, and so I just cut a 4-footer and just a plain old square knot.
Yep.
People say, oh, that won't carry power. Oh, yes, it will. There's 22 steel filaments in there. So.
Yeah, it'll get you.
You know, the other thing I like about this is it doesn't flap in the wind like the tape does.
Yep.
The tape flaps with a hard wind and it will break. And it usually breaks right here because it's just flapping all the time. So.
It's just a thinner material too.
Yep.
I mean, you can tell it just, like you said, it catches that wind and then it starts to stretch and sag.
Yes.
And it's not up at, you know, nose height so much anymore either. So
Absolutely. Well, thank you. Thank you for your help on that. I was trying to figure out how I was going to shoot that video and tie that knot. Jackson, you're sweating, dude.
A little bit, yeah.
Did you get that one in? Oh, I seen you were working
I
at
found
it.
the only rock in the whole pond, so I'm pretty good at that.
Now, how do you go into a mud-filled pond and find a rock in there?
I don't know. Working on that.
You were slapping the heck out of
I
that
was,
thing.
yeah. I was testing the welds on that toast driver.
Yeah. Oh, y'all, I made a comment about that being a really good driver on one of my recent videos.
Yeah.
The very next day, y'all come up to me and it's broke. You broke the top on it.
Yeah. Well,
But we're all good now. We got it welded back. So don't be bragging on stuff. It'll break every time. Thank you, guys. But, so here is the end of this one. I'm going to show you how we powered this up to make sure both of these are hot. Well, people are in a hurry today. My goodness. You live in the country, folks. You slow it down a little bit. Not going to happen. Here is how I fastened these two lines together. So I came up here, I went down to the, and we had a piece left. Anytime you make a corner, folks, let me back off a little bit. Anytime you make a corner with your wire, always leave at least a 2-foot tail sticking out here, okay? That tail was used right here to fasten those two together. And I like using the hangman's knot right here. All it is just high tensile wire, and you just wrap it real tight on top of itself. And when you get done, you bring it out, you go back around the other side, and you put this crimp in. This is called an open end crimp right here. Okay, and do the same thing to the bottom. Bring it around, back around the post, and put that open end crimp right there. Okay. And then the two go together, and this is a steel crimp right here. This ties the top wire and the bottom wire together so that they're both, it's all one unit all the way going down through there. They're tied together in parallel. Yeah, we put this in this morning, the boys and I, in about probably 30 minutes. And then we made a big long run down through that valley, all the way down to that hill to the creek. And we got done, it was 11:45. We started on all this at like 10:30, something like that. So high tensile just rocks, especially when you got posts that you don't have to paint and drill. Okay? And that makes a big difference when you're dealing with a lot of fencing, you know, you don't have to do those 2 steps. And that's why I love the timeless posts are just, we've got a fence over here. It's got some, I'm not going to tell you the name of them. It's a competitor. They've been in about 20 years, and half of them are snapped off at the ground. They're a composite, what they call a wood composite post. And the other half are leaning, I mean, like that. Both ways, it's just an ugliest fence you've ever seen. And it's right on my road frontage. And so I bought some more. I bought some timeless posts, and I told the boys, I said, you know, we got good timeless we bought those A-frame braces, corner braces, and I'm not going to leave those ugly posts up there. But we did have to wire these on from the outside. That's because every one of these wires had crimps on it. This is all wire that we took up off of other farms. And I don't know if you all have priced high tensile wire today, but it's gotten darn right pricey. I wish I'd have bought several tons of it when it was $80 a roll. You could buy $80 for 4,000 feet. Somebody said the other day they priced some, it was $180 for 4,000 feet. High tensile, double galvanized, good high tensile 12 gauge wire. I'll use 170,000 or I'll use 180,000 PSI. I will not use 200,000 PSI. You can buy it cheaper, but it's brittle and it breaks. And it's just a real headache to deal with. So with that, I'm gonna go ahead and sign off. I've got the gate done, and we got the boys. Heck, they're almost ready to string wire around that pond. Jackson's over there. That kid is stout. He don't realize how stout he is. He is absolutely put together. Anyway, I'm gonna get out of here, and everyone have a good one, and we'll see you down the road. Oh, on the way out, hit that subscribe button if you would. Thank you.